and welcome to the Cruise Show. I'm Carly and this is Richard. Well, make sure you are sitting comfortably with the phone handy because I think you're going to need it. We have got some amazing deals in store for you today, and if you've never cruised before, I'm pretty sure by the end of the show we're going to have tempted you because these really are fantastic offers, and we are sailing with P&O Cruises, and you'll be glad to know that they were the winners of Best Value for Money at the Cruise International Awards. So what more do you want? To tell us a little bit more about P&O, it's Richard.
Thanks very much indeed, Carly. Well, P&O Cruises is traditional British cruising whose roots trace back now 180 years. P&O Cruises are tailored to British tastes and comforts, and award-winning big names like Marco Pierre White with his restaurant and Ollie Smith with his glasshouse can be found on board some of their ships. Now, they're a great choice for kids too, with characters on board that they'll love, things they can do, well-organised kids clubs. The whole family can have a great holiday with P&O Cruises. The entertainment is geared towards Brits as well, with great comedians, vocalists, musicians and guest artists that come on board. With all the facilities, you'll never be bored on things to do on a P&O Cruises holiday. So stay tuned as we've got some incredible deals at some great prices.
Yes, absolutely, and you could be on board this first itinerary very soon because it's going in March for 14 nights around the Atlantic coast, and we're on board the P&O Ventura. So let's join Richard for a little look around.
Welcome on board Ventura, one of the largest ships in the P&O Cruises fleet, and there is so much going on around the ship all day and all night. Whether you're cruising as a family, as a couple or as a solo traveller, there are lots of facilities going around the ship. So join me as we have a look around Ventura. Well, I've made it on board. It's time to come and explore what the accommodation is about. And P&O Cruises offer everything from inside to ocean views, balconies and even suites. Should we have a look? I'm in an inside stateroom on board Ventura, and one of the things is there's so much space here that you could be enjoying. Plenty of storage space if you're bringing your dresses for the formal evenings on board. There's a well-equipped bathroom, and of course there's the British favourites that you'll know and love with P&O Cruises, including tea and coffee making facilities, and those British 3-pin plugs, so there's no need to bring any adapters. You can keep all your tablet devices, phones and cameras all charged so you can take pictures of all those fabulous destinations. So I've unpacked and now it's time to discover what's going on around the ship. This is the Horizon newspaper. It's delivered every day. It will tell you what's going on around the ship from early in the morning right up until the early hours of the following morning. I'm going to have a look at what the dress code is and see what the entertainment's like this evening. So here we are in a typical balcony cabin on board. It's very similar to an interior or an ocean view, but it allows that little bit of extra room with your own balcony, which makes it very spacious and airy on board. Now, it's great if you're cruising with the family. You can see here we're set up for the younger cruisers, so you know they can have a fantastic time on board. I think I'm just going to go and sit on the balcony and soak up some sunshine. Well, here we are, top deck of Ventura. There are 4 swimming pools on Ventura, so you can have a splash when you're on your cruise adventure. There are plenty of sun lounges if you fancy just chilling out by the pool with a book, with a drink in your hand. And if you need a drink, you'll find that from the Breakers Bar, which is here. And if you fancy a spot of lunch, head to the poolside grill. Do you know what? I could stay here all day. Welcome to Reef on board Ventura. This is the kids club, so much fun going on here. Now you can bring your children here, aged between 0 and 17, and they'll be divided with kids of their own age, so they'll be having fun making things, designing things, playing games and having activities all throughout the day, whilst you can be enjoying the facilities around the ship. Well, this is the retreat on board Ventura. At the front of the ship, if you fancy escaping all the hustle and bustle of the top deck, you can come here for a small cover charge and enjoy just quiet relaxation for the whole entire day. Well, this is the dining options on board the main dining room. We've got two options for you here, cinnamon or saffron, where you can head to. There is club dining, which is the same table every evening at the same set time, or you can choose freedom dining, where you can come as you wish throughout the evening. But whichever time you choose, you'll always enjoy the same fantastic food. Welcome to Epicurean. This is a speciality fine dining restaurant. Now you can eat here for a cover charge from just £28 per person, and you can get some great traditional English dishes, like we've got the Devonshire white crab to start with. We can have the pork fillet for our main, and something that I'm looking forward to here, the caramelised apple crumble. Now you can also head here for afternoon tea as well, which is served here and also in the main restaurant. That's with Eric Landlords, and from just £15 per person. But make sure you pre-book it when you come on board so you don't miss out. Welcome to the Arena Theatre here on board Ventura, and what a great venue it is. It's so big. Now you can come here for the main show that takes place every evening. That could be a show that can incorporate a guest act that comes on board, a magician, a vocalist, a musician, a guest entertainer, or of course there's the resident ship band, where you can enjoy live evening entertainment. Well, sadly my time has come to an end on board Ventura, and I can't wait to get back on for my next cruise holiday. You can see she is facility rich and a great choice for all the family. P&O Cruises is all about quintessential British quality. Indeed it is, and that's me enjoying Ventura there, and this is your chance to enjoy Ventura. Now we're going away here around the Atlantic coast regions, and we're going on the 7th of March for 14 nights, not too far away, this one at a great price. We're going to be cruising in and out of Southampton, so there's no restrictions when it comes to luggage. There's no one saying put your case on there and let's weigh it. No, you can take with you as much as you want on board. We're going to get you on board, and then our first port of call is Lisbon. Now when we arrive in Lisbon, you're going to go past some impressive sites. You'll go under the April 25th bridge there. You've got the sightseeing tram you can take around the city. The trolley bus will show you all of the sights. Then it's on to Cadiz, is our next port of call. Immediately across from the port is the main square with its shopping area, and you can easily navigate yourself around the city, or go to Seville for the day if you fancy doing that. Then it's on to Gibraltar, our next port of call. Duty-free shopping. You've got the Rock of Gibraltar and the Barbary Apes there, the cheeky Barbary Apes. They await you in Gibraltar. Then it's on to Cartagena, is our next port of call. In the centre of the old town, you'll find the old castle and the sections of the city walls as well, which are well worth a trip round there. Then on to Malaga is our next destination, a gateway to so many Andalusian attractions and the Costa del Sol resorts. It's a vibrant destination with its own unique character. Then on to Casablanca is our next port of call. Modern, vibrant and a fascinating history and heritage, and the French colonial and Moroccan style architecture. Then our final destination is going to be Madeira. You've got known as the Garden Island, with its beautiful flowers all around. You pick up some Madeira wine and some Madeira cake when you're there as well. Then we should be cruising you back to Southampton after a couple of days at sea on board Ventura. So we're going away here the 7th of March, which isn't too far away now. This is a late deal. 14 nights on board, and you can be on board in an inside stateroom from just £849 per person. You saw what the staterooms were like when I was on board. I was in a typical inside to begin with. If you want an ocean view or a balcony, go to the website and you'll be able to find all of the prices on there at visioncruise.co.uk, or of course you can always pick up the phone and give us a call. But when you consider how much this is working out with 14 nights away, this is working out at under £61 per person per night. And when you think of everything that's included, it's all your food, breakfast, lunch, dinner, snacks throughout the day. You can go to the main restaurant, which is waiter served. You can go to the buffet. You've got all your entertainment included. All of the onboard talks and lectures are included as well. And at under £61 per person per night, this is great value for money. Don't miss out on this one. All you need to do is pick up the phone and give us a call now. It's 0333 7777 899.
Wow, this really is great value for money, especially when you think of what's included, all that wonderful food and the entertainment. And that's something I'm really passionate about on board cruise ships. Having been in the entertainments team, I love to go on board a cruise ship and see what's around, because there really is something for everyone, especially on P&O, because it's catered for you, the British audience, from West End style production shows to comedians as well. So you are going to have the time of your life, and you could be very soon, because this is going in March, so don't hesitate, get yourself on the phone. Let's have a sail back through those details. So we're going to be sailing you out from Southampton and heading for Lisbon. The Portuguese capital's got a medieval feel, and the main square is a great spot for some people watching and a spot of some lovely food as well. Then we're going to head for Cadiz. You could head to Seville for the day from here to soak up its rich history. Then we're on to Gibraltar. The trip inside the caves is well worth the visit, and you can meet those cheeky Barbary apes as well. Then we're on to Cartagena, one of Spain's busiest commercial centres. It's got a beautiful castle, and as Richard mentions, the walk around the city walls is great. Then we're into Malaga in southern Spain. Relax on a beach for the day here. Then we're going to head for Casablanca, where you can enjoy a stroll around the old Medina, maybe do some haggling, or visit the Hassan II mosque that holds over 25,000 worshippers at one time. Then we're going to finish up in Madeira, where you can take the cable car at Monte for amazing views of this beautiful island. And if you're feeling adventurous, you could try the Wicker toboggan ride back down. Then we're going to sail you back to Southampton, and that's fares from just £849 per person. This is 14 nights away in March for that amazing price that works out at under £61 a night. So what are you waiting for? Don't let this cruise go without you. Give us a call on 0333 7777 899. Well, we're going to move on now to our next itinerary, and this time we are heading around the Norwegian fjords on board P&O's newest ship, the Britannia. So let's join John for a little look around.
The great thing about being on a ship like Britannia is the amount of deck space that you have. There's so much of it, and you can just relax in this area or many other areas. I'll just go and have a look at some more. Well, we may be cruising the ocean's waves, but it doesn't mean you miss out on all your favourite things. Do you know what? I think I'll have an Americano. Here in the Market Cafe in the centre of the atrium of the ship, this is where you get all their cheeses, and also Eric Landlard's cakes as well. They do afternoon tea here, which is absolutely scrumptious. And the good thing I've heard is there are no calories at sea. Well, they say there are no calories at sea, but just in case one or two sneak on board, we've got just the answer. It's a gymnasium, and what a great fitness centre it is too, with loads of great equipment, and you can easily get started, and there's classes too. Here on Britannia, retail therapy is part of the holiday experience, with so many great brands to look at as well. And remember, it's all duty free. One of the best parts of any P&O Cruises holiday are the excursions, because there's so many of them, and it really brings the ports alive. The destinations come to you as well. And now they've got a new touchscreen booking system. You know, I love this area of Britannia. It's serenity. It's an adult-only area of the ship where you can relax and enjoy yourself and just take it all in. And if you do have kids, they're probably having the time of their life in Reef as well. A bit like me, really. Do you know there's so much on Britannia for kids of every age? I think every family would truly love a holiday here because, well, if the kids are having a good time, so are you. And on board they also have their own puppet show. Meet Chris and Richard. Now behave yourself, boys. Do you know, if you want to find out more about the shore excursions or watch live TV, including news and sport, or watch a movie on demand or maybe a television programme on demand, you can do. It's all on the in-house TV service, and it's all included.
John, I always behave on a cruise ship. Anyway, you could be enjoying Britannia in the Norwegian fjords. Now, we're going away here on the 18th of June, Sunday the 18th of June, for 7 nights. Cruising once again out of Southampton, and our first port of call will be Stavanger. Now, when we get to Stavanger, there's lots of things for you to enjoy there. A very fishing village. You can go and try and watch them go and catch the catch of the day. After a day in Stavanger, we're then going to cruise you on to our next port of call, off to Oldham. Now, here you've got Brickstar Glacier you can go and take a trip to, which village. Going to do the excursion to there really is impressive, especially when you get to the top. Then we're going to cruise to Innvikfjorden, Nordfjord, off to Flam is our next port of call. Very remote village here. Go and try the railway, which is great fun to go and do that. Then we're off to Arlandsfjord, and then through Sonningfjord to Bergen is our final port of call. You can go up Mount Floyen, like you can see here, to get stunning views all around from the funicular railway. There's the fish market, which is well worth a visit as well when you're there. Go and take a walk all around the town. Go and take a walk. I've done a walking tour around Bergen as well. Really is interesting to learn about the history. Then we should be cruising you back to Southampton. So we're going away here on the 18th of June for 7 nights. Now, as I said, this is going away on a Sunday. So if you're working in an office, it's just the week you have to take off. All that for £649 per person. Now, one of the things I'm also thinking of as well, if you've never been on a cruise holiday, this is great for a first-time cruise experience because, you know, you've got no luggage restrictions. It's just a week away. And if you've got any questions at all about what's cruising all about, what do I take on board, what do I need to wear, what's the dining times, things like that, we've got our first-time guide to cruising, which we can send out to you completely free of charge. All you need to do is give us a call on that number at the bottom of the screen and we'll send that out to you. But we've got £649 per person. Now, that's based on an interior stateroom. If you wanted to have an ocean view or even have a balcony like John did on board, do go to the website where you'll find all of the grades and prices on there, or pick up that phone and give us a call. It's 0333 7777 899.
You know, the Norwegian fjords for me are all about fresh air, beautiful views, fresh fish, and really great cake. And this itinerary has got all of that. Something I would say for everyone. So let's have a little sail back through those details. So we're going to be sailing you out from Southampton and heading for Stavanger. You dock right in the heart of the town here, and it's a charming fishing town combined with modern city, so lots to see and do. Then we're going to sail you on to Olden. You get to head up the Brixton Glacier for a lovely day out. Well, last time I was there, it started to crumble a little bit and the sound was fantastic. And then when you finish looking at the glacier, you go and have some delicious cake. Then we're on to Flam. I'd recommend the trip on the Flam Railway to see spectacular views through the mountains like flowing waterfalls, and again some great cake once you get off the train as well. Then we're going to sail on to Bergen, where you can head for the fish market, and they actually cook the fish fresh in front of you if you want to stay there and eat that, or maybe take the funicular up Mount Floyen to see some incredible views of this city. Then we're going to be sailing you back into Southampton, and all of that from just £649 per person. And as Richard said, if you've never cruised before, this really is a great one to get you started, and you're going to come back feeling refreshed and relaxed, because there really is something about that Norwegian way of life, and the people are so friendly as well. You're going to have a lovely time. So don't hold back. Just get yourself on the phone and get this cruise booked. It's 0333 7777 899. Well, we're going to head now on to our final itinerary, and this time we are heading around Portugal and Spain on board the P&O Ventura. Let's have a little look on board.
Yeah, Ventura is a great choice for all the family. Lots of things that you can enjoy. This is the atrium of the ship you can see here as well, where you'll find the reception desk. They've got any questions you've got while you're there, you can ask them and they'll be able to help you. There are 12 different places to dine, including 3 main restaurants. There's the lavish 2-deck theatre, 11 places where you can socialise, including 4 bars that are out on the deck as well. Plenty of places to relax and unwind, including the spa and retreat, comfortable accommodation like you can see here, ensuite accommodation with those the toiletries like you can see there. It's tea and coffee making facilities in your room, places where you can charge your phones, your cameras, your tablet devices. No adapters needed because we've got 3-pin sockets there. If you're choosing one of the balcony staterooms, maybe give us a call and we'll quote you on a balcony stateroom. You have your own area like this where you can just sit down and relax. Have you seen this price as well for 12 nights? £599 per person. Now, this is for an inside stateroom, but at prices like that, you know, I'd inquire about what an ocean view or a balcony is like, because it probably isn't that too much more, and it's great to go and try one of those. Out on top deck, you can see lots of places here, 4 swimming pools, and there are 6 whirlpools that you could be enjoying. There's the great sports facilities, a well-equipped gym, the tranquil spa, which is well worth a visit. You can see here, this is the Oasis pool area. That's the adult-only area, which is just above it there, which is nice to just sit down there with a cocktail or with your book and just watch the world go by. That's at the front of the ship there, so you can see where we're going as we're cruising around Portugal and Spain. Now, when it comes to dining, there's the choice you can have. There's club dining or there's freedom dining. Club dining is where you have the same table every evening at the same set time. Freedom dining, or there's no set times, or in the restaurants, you can move your way around the different restaurants. There's an opportunity to visit select dining such as Sindhu from Atul Kochar. There's the Epicurean. There's the Glass House from Ollie Smith's as well. There's some of the speciality dining options that you can try when you're on your holiday. So we're going away here on board Ventura. This is Portugal and Spain on the 9th of December for 12 nights. A great way to escape the winter weather where you are, and you could be heading to Portugal and Spain. We're going to cruise out of Southampton. Now, when you get on board in Southampton, you can arrive at the port. The porters will take care of your luggage for you. They'll make sure it gets on board. You go to the terminal building, you show them your ticket, you show them your passport, and then you get on board within 15 or 20 minutes, and that's when your cruise experience begins. You unpack just the once, and then you can go and sample what the buffet has to offer. You can head out on top deck as we sail away and enjoy some great evening entertainment. A couple of days at sea on board Ventura, and then we'll reach our first port of call of Lisbon. Now, when you arrive in Lisbon, do go and visit the Christmas markets. They will be on at this time. There is no luggage restrictions. You can do your Christmas shopping here and bring back some souvenirs, some of the local handmade goods from Lisbon. Then we're on to Cadiz, is our next port of call. Standing on a peninsula jutting out on a bay, almost entirely surrounded by water. It's considered the oldest inhabited city in Europe. Then it's on to Valencia, is our next port of call. Visit the cathedral here, which the bell tower there is 50 metres high by 50 metres wide. Then we're on to Ibiza, is our next port of call. You can go and visit one of the beaches, the mountains, hiking, lots of things for you to do in Ibiza around the port itself. Then we should be cruising you on to Cartagena, is our next port of call. The old cathedral is the oldest building in the city, a great site with so much stunning architecture, built on the remains of the Roman theatre. Then it's on to Gibraltar. You've got the Rock of Gibraltar there. You can take a trip up the rock and have a final look at the Mediterranean before we have a couple of days at sea on board Ventura, and then we should be cruising you back to Southampton. So we're going away here on the 9th of December this year for 12 nights away. And if you consider we've just had Christmas not too far away, consider what the shops were like where you were in the run-up to Christmas. How do you fancy escaping that? More importantly, how do you fancy escaping the weather where you are? And you could be enjoying some great weather as we cruise around the Mediterranean. 12 nights in an inside stateroom from just £599 per person. When you break this down, you know, this is working out under £50 per person per night. When you consider you're getting your accommodation for that, you know, if you pick one of those roadside lodge hotels near an A road to where you are, you think you pay more than £50 per person per night. For the room. You wouldn't get food included, you wouldn't get entertainment. We're including breakfast, lunch, dinner, snacks in the evening buffet, snacks in the buffet throughout the day, morning tea, afternoon tea, things like that. All your entertainment is included. All the facilities on top deck are all included for under £50 per person per night. Now, when you book this cruise, we will enrol you into Vision Plus, which is our own loyalty scheme. If you've been with P&O Cruises before and you're a member of their Peninsula Club, you'll still pick up the Peninsula points, but you'll also pick up Vision Plus points as well, and the two work hand in hand. So the more cruises you do, the more benefits that you get. Now, if you want any more information on this one, do head along to the website at visioncruise.co.uk, where you can find out about those ocean view and balcony stateroom prices, or just pick up the phone and ask that question and give us a call here at Vision Cruise. It's 0333 7777 899.
Well, at the beginning of the show, I told you that P&O had won an award for best value for money. And with prices like that, it is not hard to see why, is it? And you could be escaping just before Christmas, like Richard said, and you could get some of that last minute shopping done, especially a bit of duty free in Gibraltar. How does that sound? Let's have a little sail back through those details. So we are going to be sailing you out from Southampton and heading for Lisbon. Perhaps try an off-road trip here to some nearby villages, and make sure you're out on the deck for the sailing as you pass some of the city's best highlights just on the way in. Then we're off to Cadiz, enjoy a stroll around this lovely old town, or maybe head to Seville for the day. Then we're going to head then on to Valencia. You'll find most of the attractions around the central square where the town hall is, and the museums are well worth a visit. Then we're into Ibiza. This beautiful island's got so much to offer. You've got pretty beaches, lovely markets, and so much to see and do. Then we're off to Cartagena, maybe stroll around the castle and those lovely city walls. Then we're going to finish up by taking you to Gibraltar. Perhaps do some of that duty-free shopping here, and maybe take the trip up the rock and inside the caves as well, before we sail you back home to Southampton. And all of that from just $599 per person. This is incredible value for money. As Richard said, it's working out at under £50 a night. What are you waiting for? Don't let this one pass you by. Get on the phone 0333 777 899. But it's now time for our quick picks.
And we start off with our first one on board Aurora. This is Spain and Portugal on the 29th of April for 11 nights. Cruising out to Southampton, we're off to Vigo, Oporto, Malaga, Gibraltar, Cadiz, where you could choose to go to Seville for the day if you fancy doing that, and then on to Lisbon and then back to Southampton. 11 nights of cruising, traditional British cruising on board Aurora from just £729 per person. Now that price is based on an inside. If you wanted the ocean view or a balcony, you can just pick up the phone and give us a call for more information on 0333 777 899. Then we moved on to the Azura, Norway, Iceland and the Faroe Islands, 16th of June for 14 nights, cruising out to Southampton to Bergen, Ailsund, Akuri, Icefjord, Reykjavik, Tórshavn, Belfast and then back to Southampton, £999 per person for 14 nights on board. This is a great cruise itinerary, one of my favourite destinations we're heading to around Norway. If you want any more information, do go to the website at visioncruise.co.uk. You'll find all of the information on there. And then our final one is on board Oceania, Italy, France and Spain we've got for you. This one we're going to start off on the 19th of October by flying you out of London Gatwick to Malta, then we're off to Civitavecchia for Rome, Monte Carlo, Marseille, Barcelona, Gibraltar, and then we'll cruise into Southampton. £649 per person for 10 nights, and that includes the flight at the beginning from London Gatwick. As always, we can do regional departures. If you want more information, 0333 777 899.
Well, I said at the beginning of the show that in the next half an hour we would be trying to tempt you with some amazing deals if you've never cruised before. Have we? I know we've certainly tempted me. What about you, Richard?
Me as well. I'm tempted by a few.
Some of these itineraries are unbelievable and you could be on board enjoying one of these amazing cruises. And once you've done one, I'm pretty sure you'll be back for more. Give us a call. It's 0333 777 899. But for myself and Richard, it's time to go. See you next time.
Yeah, we'll see you soon. We're off to go and book some cruises now.
Yeah.
You've been watching a commercial presentation on behalf of Vision Cruise.